Hello everyone, welcome to the second ever episode of Gutter to Gutter TV, doing the monthly wrap-up. I am one of your hosts, Heath Killeen, aka Static, and I am joined again, as I will always be, by Tony B. Tony B, how the hell are you, buddy?
G'day everyone, thank you Static, thank you for the lovely intro. Welcome to episode number 2. We hope you got some good value out of number 1, and we are certainly back in episode number 2. So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about this time as well, which is very cool. I'm going great guns. I'm in the shed, the home studio, I guess you'd call it, getting some work done on my car, but we are here bringing you episode 2 today. So thanks for having me, as always.
No worries at all, man. So I guess off the back of the first episode, we'll do a little bit of a thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching it, for the positive reception that we've had. Thank you for the feedback. We do appreciate it. This one will be shorter, promise.
Yes.
It will be much shorter. And we'll have a little bit more for you guys to look at during the duration of the show.
Yeah, I guess we've got lots of things, like lots of elements that we want to throw at it straight away. But obviously it's a fair bit of work getting it all stitched together. But as you watch more and more episodes from us, you'll see all sorts of new things, which is very cool.
Yeah, so the plan is to, over time, just introduce more and more cool stuff that'll make it fun, hopefully a little bit interactive, which would be cool, and also bring it to you a little bit more on time. Apologies, that's on me. It's been so busy.
No, like it's everything life. I guess when we started the brainchild of this idea, there were so many events, and there have been so many events up until now. I mean, we're just rolling into December, and we just thought we got to put something out straight away because there's just so many events to cover off. But over the summer period for us, there'll be a bit more time to work on some of this stuff, and January is typically a bit of a quieter month, so we'll be able to catch right up, and it'll be a bit shorter, a bit more punchy, and we can just get it done in the time frame that we have.
Absolutely, dude, absolutely. So I guess with that said, let's kick it right along and get straight into the November wrap up, which is done and dusted. It's well and truly done.
Yeah. Pretty large month, wasn't it? Go. I guess where did we start?
It was huge. So we shall start in Victoria.
Yeah.
So we did cover a bunch of stuff already early November, but we'll just reiterate that stuff and get straight into it. So 4th and 5th, we had High Tech Round 5 at Calder Park.
Yep.
Really cool. We don't have to go in depth into that. We've already covered it.
We covered it last episode.
Yep. So the 17th of November, we had Keep It Reet Friday Night Drifts at Calder Park.
Mm-hmm.
The 20th of November, we had Keep It Reet Drift School at Calder Park. On the 18th, I do apologise, we're going backwards and forwards a little bit. It'll make sense in a second. We had Drift Cadet, Drift Prac and Drift School at Calder Park. There's so much happening at Calder Park, man. Calder Park got flogged in November.
Calder Park is getting absolutely paved, like just painted with black tyre marks. It's great fun, and they let us get stuck in the joint.
Yep. And the 23rd through the 26th, we had Murray River Motorsport putting on Spring Nats at Shepparton Showgrounds.
Yeah, so I guess coming into that last part of the month, there was multiple practice days. There was the demos at Spring Nats, which is, I guess, something we've seen a little bit exposing drifting to different communities. So, big shout out to the Murray River Motorsport boys, Mudgy and Dabs. And I think Ben Brentnell and Blake and Pat were all driving up there as well. So, that was at Shepparton Showgrounds, actually. So, not a traditional drifting area, but a bunch of people got to see drifting maybe for the first time.
That's cool, right? Like it's pushing into showgrounds, which has happened with like Summer Nats, right? Drift Cadet and Summer Nats. So that's really cool that we're pushing into different areas where drift isn't typically seen. Right? That's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And regional Victoria, so those people might not be able to get down to Melbourne to Calder Park for your regular drift event. So the fact that the boys could put on a bit of a demo up at Shepparton was cool. It's given a bit of love to the regional areas of Victoria, a couple of hours north of Melbourne.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, so we're going to move clockwise around the country from Victoria, coming up to my home state now, New South Wales. We have so much going on from AusDC. We've got, on the 5th, we had Drift Days, which is at Sydney Motorsport Park on the wet pan. On the 12th, we had Drift Nights, which was at Sydney Motorsport Park on the figure 8. I'm going to have to refer to my notes here. This is very in-depth, right? On the 18th, we had like a double header. We had AusDC Drift Nights, which was, again, everything Sydney Motorsport Park here. Drift Nights was on the wet pan. And then we had Super Drift Round 3 on North Circuit. So the same layout as World Time Attack.
Yeah, right.
Which was really cool. I will come back to that. On the 26th, we had AusDC again with Drift Nights on the figure 8. And then on the 20th, we had Driving Sports on the GP circuit with their Drift/Grip Night.
Yeah, right. So is that everything in New South Wales? Like, I think there was a period of time there where, there was other tracks in years gone by. And I think people in New South Wales were saying, oh, there's not as much drifting going on in the state. But there was, 3 practice nights, the comp round, the wet pan, like figure 8, like using all different layouts all at Sydney Motorsport Park as well. That seems it seems like there's a lot going on. So
much going on there, which is really cool. That's essentially 2, 3, 4 separate sections of the track being used all at the same time. Well, not all at the same time, but all in the same month. So yeah, it's good, man. It's so good.
Yeah, fantastic.
I guess if we wrap back now to Super Drift Round 3, I did say last month in the last episode that I probably wasn't going to make it. I ended up making it. The planets aligned and I could do stuff. So I got to help AusDC out with their live stream, which was really cool. If you watched that and you saw a whole bunch of camera angles that were really weird and didn't work, that was because I pushed the wrong button.
Don't worry about these technical glitches. They happen. Yep.
So I guess we'll go over some results there. Coming in third was Mitchell Jeffries. Drove phenomenally through all 3 rounds. I believe he placed in all 3 rounds. He did amazing. Coming in second was Guy Russell. Much the same, man. Like, just such good driving, phenomenal driving from all these guys. And coming in first was a bit of a surprise to everybody, but Jake Topliff. So he did really well. At the end of all of that, taking out 2023 champion was Mitchell Jeffries. Again, drove phenomenal. Such a good drive. It was a really cool event. There was some thrills, some spills. There was many. They had water barriers, right? Thankfully, they weren't full of water because every single one of them got punted. If there was a barrier there, it was hit, and big too. So it was cool to watch. If you haven't watched it and you can get back onto Australian Drift Club's live stream, go back and watch it. It was a pretty cool night, full of thrills and spills. So that was mad.
And I guess awesome to have state level competition with the live stream technology so that people from around the country can tune in and look at it. Just incredible that they're investing in that sort of stuff, and it's not just the national level bringing technology to the sport, which is cool.
And it's really cool too to see the way they've put time, effort and money into buying and figuring out new technology for their live streams as well. It's progressed a long way. And I guess they really only started sort of implementing it at the beginning of last year. So to see how far they've come with all their stuff is really cool. And thank you guys at Australian Drift Club, from me to you, for allowing me to play with your expensive equipment. I've really enjoyed it. I guess moving from New South Wales into Queensland, again wrapping up just quickly because we've already gone over it, was Rev GP final at Queensland Raceway. We went through all the winners and losers from that one in the last episode, which moves us over now to Northern Territory, Top End Drift Association. On the 3rd, we had their Top End Drift Association Round 4 and Drift Kana. And then that was at Hidden Valley. And then on the 24th, we had the Top End Drift Association Friday Night Drift Kana, which was also at Hidden Valley. I know nothing about those. So guys from the Top End, reach out to us. Let us know what the go with these events are. If you've been to one, if you want to go to one, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. I want to know what the go is. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
And I guess some names on the list there. There's a couple of names that I don't know that placed in results, but a name out of Northern Territory that is very well known, Mitch Doyle, did get the win at that event. He placed first. Jacob Martin came second. Sam O'Leary was third, and Jeff Dunkel in fourth. I went the opposite way. I think we normally go 4-1, but I went the opposite way. It doesn't really matter.
That's right.
But cool to see new names being recognised in the sport as well. So that's cool. But yeah, Mitch Doyle is certainly a competitor that he's dragged that V8 powered S13 all over the place. But yeah, it's good to see they had two events in the month.
Yeah,
in the November month.
Very cool. I guess now moving our way around to WA, the sand state. The sand state of Australia.
Wait a while.
Yeah.
WA stands for wait a while.
Wait a while.
It takes a bit longer to happen over there, but when they do, it rocks. So
absolutely.
Bring it on.
So on the 18th of November, we had the D1 WA Give It a Go at Carco Raceway, which was originally Wanneroo Raceway.
Yeah.
That was a daytime event, so that would be obviously really cool. Give It a Go, I'm assuming, is like a drift school of sorts. So again, guys from D1 WA, guys from Western Australia, reach out, speak to us, let us know especially if we're missing events. Let us know so we can keep you guys in the loop and keep everybody in the loop of what you're going on with.
I think we find things pop up on Instagram stories and whatnot, and it's there for a minute, and then the next day it disappears. And sometimes people forget to post on the tile on Instagram, or they don't necessarily transfer it across to Facebook. And we see things, but then it disappears. And we've been going through researching, trying to find, and you don't always get to see when all these things are. So yes, let us know. Absolutely,
bring us information. If we're missing you, let us know. Yeah, we're not too proud to say that we missed it, because obviously we missed it, right? So I guess that takes us now into South Australia.
Yeah.
Moving to South Australia, the 11th and 12th, we had Drifting SA's round 4 and 5 doubleheader at the Bend.
The Bend.
Yes?
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely. So round 4 was on the Saturday, round 5 was on the Sunday. So they jammed the last 2 rounds of the season together in a weekend. Logistically would be pretty challenging. I mean, logistically is simple because you're at the same track and everyone's there, but to create 2 different competitions and I guess sup regs and track layout and all that sort of stuff, the Drifting SA crew certainly put on a good show.
Absolutely, for sure. I want to call out Drifting SA right now. Can you guys please put results out on social media for us? Please, guys, help.
I think the drivers, they get soaked about it and they'll post up, if they've got a result or something, which is great. And then I'm like, we'll go back to Drifting SA's Insta. And I'm like, there's no results there. Post it on the tile.
We got to go through all the drivers that we know have driven there. And try and find out who won that way. So in saying that, have we pieced together, Tony, on your end, who we've got taking positions in that event? That's a no.
No.
That's a no. Okay.
Bow.
Drifting SA, South Australian drivers, help us out.
Well, look, I know. Luke Viersma was running second in the championship. I know Hayden Houlihan was up there in the championship. They were all battling it out for the win. I know Hayden won round 5. I'm not sure who placed second, third, fourth. I think Luke Viersma won round 4 on the Saturday. So yeah, I'm not sure how it all sort of laid out in the overall championship. I'm pretty sure Luke Viersma got the championship win, but he hasn't posted it either, I don't think. So I'm like, God damn it.
South Australia, what are you doing to us? Help. Please,
help us
please
out.
Help. All right, and I guess with that, we'll move over now to the 24th, 25th, and 26th was Locktoberfest in November at the Bend as well.
Yeah. Normally October and
of course.
October,
of
like
course.
a bit of a play on words there, that makes sense. But yeah, it was only a few weekends ago at the Bend, multiple track layouts, and yeah, 150 drivers, I think it was. It was huge, mega. I think we had about 16 or so Victorians go over. I think a bunch of people, I mean, all obviously from South Australia, but I'm pretty sure other states are involved as well. And it seems to be one of those events in the year calendar that it's worth it for the road trip. It's worth it for the epic amount of driving and all the crazy amount of track time that you get. So certainly put that in your calendar for next year, Locktoberfest in South Australia at the Bend.
Absolutely. And you just giving me numbers, then driver numbers, reminded me actually that let's go back to AusDC's Super Drift Round 3. They had record attendance as far as spectators went, with over 600 spectators sitting on the hill watching North Circuit. So that's really good to see.
Nice.
I know that's not a massive number in the huge grand scheme of things, but that is a big number for Drift in Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's, your local round, record numbers. It's only got room to grow, right? And that's the thing. As they're establishing themselves with practice nights and competition rounds, they get more and more people to the track. We know that Sydney Motorsport Park's got the facilities that, get your backside trackside and go and actually enjoy being at the track and watching it, because it's the sound and the smell and everything that you don't get watching it on your phone.
Absolutely. And I guess with that we can make a little bit of a call to action, right, to a lot of drivers and family and friends of drivers. Get out to the track, you know what I mean? Like, if there's something on, go and support it. You know, the fact that was what they had come through the gate is amazing. But the more of that we see, the bigger and better these events are going to get, and the more there's going to be, which is going to be unreal.
Yeah, look, there's no secret that track hire is very expensive. So to physically hire the place, the drivers end up paying a reasonable chunk of the track hire. Any sponsors that sort of chip in, that might go towards the track hire as well. And usually it's the gate attendance that adds more to the track hire, because if you get absolutely no one, then, you lose the money pretty much. So, getting some extra people to go along on the day and pay the $30 or whatever it is, $40 at the gate, at least you're going to be contributing to more of these events happening. At the end of the day, no one likes to lose money. And if it's a business or even a non-for-profit or anything like that, it can only last for so long. If it starts losing money and we're going backwards, then, it'll just fall off the cliff. So we don't want that ever. We just want to keep this sport growing. So
that's right. And a lot of these organisations are non-for-profit. So be sure to get out and support them for sure.
Yep, love that.
So I guess, mate, going around now, continuing that arc around, we get to Tasmania. We didn't have anything in Tasmania.
A bit quiet in November, but there's something coming.
Stay tuned. Watch this space.
All right, and because there wasn't anything in Tasmania this month, we did actually catch up with our friend from Tasmania himself, Mr. Matt Harvey Motorsport at World Time Attack. So we're going to catch up with him right now, right after these brief messages.
Hey, Tony, are you making any money?
Nah, that guy's giving it away for free.
Old grey mare, she ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be. Old grey mare, she ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be.
And now, the Crazy Old Man Singers.
Old grey mare, she ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be.
What's going on, bro?
Oh,
You know?
yeah, I've just been out for 6 months, so first time back in the car, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, so out for 6 months. I remember an unfortunate accident, but you're okay, right? Like, what happened?
Yeah, so I fell off a 2-metre scaffolding, so...
Why did you do that?
Just for a bit of laugh, Thought I could risk it, a bit of flying, so no, couldn't do that, so now I'm perfectly fine now, so...
Okay, good. Well, glad you're okay. The car's looking sick. And of course I stalk all of my mates on social media, and I saw a bunch of upgrades going on. Talk us through the upgrades.
Yeah, so Bogger from BSC Performance has done...
Nice plug.
Nice plug. Awesome job. Rear rad, fuel cell, tube rear end, pretty much new quick change. Everything's pretty much changed. Suspension, Costal from Stewie. Yeah, literally everything's changed except for motor and gearbox.
I saw. So Stewie was at Bogger's factory. They've all done the fab work. So it's rear rad. It's all this gear. It's a lot of gear. And you've done how many laps yesterday? Like practice laps or something?
So the first 4 laps were shit.
I'm sure they were fine.
Nah, they were terrible. Last 2 laps were pretty good. Still getting used to the car.
Yeah.
We've got the demo, which is felt a lot better. So I'm just getting used to the car. I'm pretty rusty myself. So being out for 6 months, kind of, you don't get used to it. Only simulator can do so much.
Yes. The sim, right? Like you talk to people and they're spending hours on the sim, and that's all cool, but like it doesn't give you the adrenaline, and it doesn't give you that like the G-force in your ass. Like that's the thing that really sets the driving on the sim to driving in person. So
it's totally it's a good thing to practice on, but it's not comparable to an actual car.
100%.
It's good to learning. If you're learning and you're like 12 or 13 and you're starting to get into drifting, perfect way to...
Unless your mum buys you a car, of course.
Oh, yeah. If you've got plenty of money, then yeah, sure. Perfect way to get into drifting. But other than that, it's good to practice when, you can only drift these cars like 6 or 7 times a year. So...
every time you take it out, it's like $10,000 or something. No, it wouldn't be that much. It's not that much. It's close.
Every event, it's about 10 grand.
I was kidding. I was joking.
Well, we come from when we have to come over on the boat, that's 3 grand at least.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then to get here, accommodation, flights, everything else like that, all up about 10 grand. So.
That's some serious dedication to the cause, and I'm going to point at like these people. This is your opportunity to go Kuma Tire and Power Plus and GH Haulage and all those people. Go.
Yep. Yeah. So, jeez.
We'll point at the car.
Point at the car.
Right. Kumo Motorsport.
Yeah. Kumo Motorsport. BSC. Power Plus. Costal. Corporate Industries.
Shout out Christian Pickering.
Yep. Christian. Thank you very much. Shockworks. Zonworks. Race Tech. Brad Race Tech. Most importantly, BSC Performance. Spent hours upon hours. Bogger and his crew. Literally godsend. And
look, it's hard to even quantify. I mean, they probably can, right? It's the bill that they're sending you. It's hard to. It probably wasn't even billed appropriately for the amount of work, right? It was probably an agreement of sorts or whatever. We just want to get you back out there. We want you competing in a sick car. So, that's a massive shout out. Obviously, it's a massive shout out to them.
It started with a list that we wanted.
Yeah.
And then it just grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
And then we go, it's Monday, the week before the event. We should probably get it done. We got in the trailer about Monday afternoon, which is good. So it gave us 2 to...
Okay, so...
Monday this week.
Yeah. So today's Friday, just for those watching at home. So Monday this week done. So that sounds like there's a bit of a theme going on around the pits. I think Squiddy's car was similar. Like the paint was barely dry and they're rolling it into the track. Like, seriously, drifting is so sick for that. But we need a little less stress in our lives. I think we will like our cars to be prepped a little bit more early in time.
I think we just do it to ourselves,
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah, we're lazy. We're like, it's the week before.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time. And then it's like Friday night. Okay, we got a whole drift car to build. I don't have tyres. I don't have fuel. I guess I'll run around, do no sleep at all. And then we get to the track, tired as hell. We can still drift on like 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Sponsored by insert every energy drink company and coffee company ever. And we're like, we can rock up at the track and perform at a high level international event on 2 hours sleep. Sure.
Yeah. I'm lucky. I get to fly. I work as much as I can and I fly into the event. My parents drive us around everywhere, so it's good for them. They get a holiday and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Obviously, we need the money, so work comes first and then drifting second. But it's our stress reliever. I guess you say.
Totally. I love it. The car looks sick. You're in good spirits. Even though you said you maybe had a couple ordinary laps, it's okay. You'll be fine. The day and the weekend will progress. Mate, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very
Sick
much.
to hang out with you again. We'll see you guys whenever. Back to you in the studio. Me.
To be.
Hey, what she used to be. Yeah, great man. Hey, what she used to be.
Thank you, Matt Harvey.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Matt Harvey. You're a champion, mate. It was so awesome. It was so awesome to catch up with Matt Harvey at World Time Attack. He's an absolute gentleman and made sure that he went out of his way to make time for us.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cara was sick. Definitely like to catch up with people in their state. So as we get around to you as well, you know, if we're rolling into your state and you see one of us, let's make 5 minutes and let's have a chat. So
Hell yeah.
encourage all the drivers to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let us now jump into December and all the events that are going to be happening in December. How's that sound?
Let's have a look.
All right, so let's start again in Victoria and we'll do our little arc all the way around Australia. The 3rd of December, we have Drift Cadet Sunday session at Calder Park with the Manoa family.
Yeah. Heyman products. They're coming. And I guess the youngest D1 winner is
Yeah.
like a 14-year-old. Amazing. So,
Yeah.
they're going to be drifting at Calder Park. Amazing. Husband, wife, and child. Drift family. That's the
Absolutely.
best.
And he was 13 when he won that round, right? That's insane.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Coming up, 8th and 9th, we have Keep It Reet, Reet Surrey, and Friday night drifts at Calder Park. And then the Saturday is also Reet Surrey.
Yes, indeed. So they're doing a Friday night drift in the normal format and then basically just continuing on all day Saturday as well. And that will be across multiple layouts at Calder Park. So they just open the place up for a massive festival.
That sounds unreal. That's so cool.
Very cool.
17th, we're going across to Vic Drift, members only day at Calder Park also. Again,
I'm driving.
very nice.
I'm a Vic Drift member. I'm driving.
Very nice.
It's going to be on the Thunderdome. So they're not sure the layout yet. We're going to probably run 2 different layouts. So, yeah, if you're there, definitely get along. Calder Park.
Very cool. Very cool. Moving up into New South Wales, on the 8th we have AusDC Drift Festival at Sydney Motorsport Park on South Circuit. Now, rumour has it that it's going to be stinking hot on that day. And it was just really
Sweaty
gross.
boys.
Rumour also has it that Kieran Rackleft might have been testing semi-slicks. 265 semi-slicks.
Why would anyone need to test semi-slicks?
So
Maybe to take a step next year, maybe.
yeah, no. So rumor has it
Love it.
it was a very cool day, even though it was stinking hot.
That's cool. I love
Coming up on the 10th of December is AusDC's Women in Drifting at Sydney Motorsport Park, also on the wet pan and the figure eight.
that. Awesome.
Rumor has it again that might have just been today. It was really cool. It was so good to get along and watch. We have, let's go 17th, 19th, 21st. They're all AusDC, all drift nights, beginner drift, all at Sydney Motorsport Park on the figure eight, the wet pan and the figure eight. So there's a lot going on there.
So like 3 events in a week, in the week and a bit before Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. And they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones. If we go across to Rayleigh Drift Complex, we now also have the 16th, the 23rd, the 28th, 29th, and the 30th of December. Yeah. All open drift days at Rayleigh.
Now, people say rally, people say Rayleigh. If you're from that area, tell us how to pronounce it. I'm from Melbourne. I guess we'd look at the spelling and we'd say Rayleigh, but then people call it Rally. Whatever. I want to go driving there. Let's go.
I once lived a little bit north of Rayleigh, and we were told back then, almost 30 years ago, that the correct pronunciation of the word is Rayleigh. Okay. Whether that's right or not, I've hit my head a lot since then, so I could be completely wrong, and I could be remembering that wrong altogether. If I'm doing it wrong, please let me know.
It's all good.
It's all good. Dude, that's amazing. So much going on.
That's a lot of New South Wales drifting.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. I mean, it's a long way apart, right? But it's still very good. Still very, very good.
I think people will travel, especially for rally.
Yep.
Rayleigh, it's a great track. People will travel. Doesn't matter. Like, I want to go from here and it's like, I don't know, 18 hours towing or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yep.
I want to go.
Yes. Let's move up to Queensland now. On the 9th, we have Gladstone Motorsports Club. I always struggle to say that. I don't know why.
Gladstone Motorsport Club? Yeah, it is a bit.
Why.
It's a tongue twister up at Benarabi.
I think it might have something to do with that stroke I had earlier. They're having their Christmas bash at Benarabi.
Yeah, a bit of a fundraiser for, I think they're doing a wildlife sort of fundraiser, get some money together and donate to local wildlife cause. Good on them.
Yep. So I guess now moving through Northern Territory, Western Australia and South Australia, there is nada.
Tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweeds.
No, it's all right. I saw Adam Monk from WA testing his new car, and I don't know when he was driving it, but I feel like he was driving it sometime now. It's December right now, so I feel like he was driving it sometime now, but it might have been a test day or a private or something. Again, if we've missed it, sorry, we couldn't find your information. But that car looks wild. Tire Barbecue is his handle on Instagram.
Very cool.
It's a carbon fiber body, sort of carbon door Mustang thing with a monster engine. It's going to be cool.
Very cool. Very cool. So that takes us to Tasmania. On the 16th, we have Island Drift Buffet at Simmons Plains.
Yeah. It used to be called, like, it was called the Drift Jam, and then they called it the buffet because they're talking about having beef battles. So anyone that's got like, hey, I want to call you out for a like battle over a beef or what, like just a bit of fun, playful stuff. But yeah, that's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, however many drivers, like 60 entrants or something, and I'm pretty sure they filled it, or there was only a few entrants left. So Brody is not going to be there because he's driving D1NZ, I think. He's driving New Zealand. Hot off the press.
That sounds about right. That's about the right date, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's going to be over in New Zealand. So he's going to miss the event, but the rest of the Island State Drift guys will run it, Joel and the crew.
Yep. Awesome. And I think that about wraps us up for December.
And then pretty much, you know, the jolly big fat Santa man will come and deliver us a whole bunch of drift related parts and things under our Christmas trees so that we can put all our cars together over the summer period and go drifting again in the early new year, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
I don't have anything on my drift Christmas list. All I need is time because everything to get this car going is right here. What's on your drift Christmas list? Send us your Driftmist Christmas list.
Driftmist Christmas list.
How good was that? It just sort of fell out, you know? Send us what funny parts you want to... What's your shopping list for your car that we can send to Santa and see if that works?
So I guess as we come to the end of this episode, we'd like to put out a little bit of a call to action. One, go follow us on social media at Gutter to Gutter Podcast. Find us on YouTube at Gutter to Gutter TV. You'll find myself at static_gutter to gutter. You will find Tony B at Why Not SX.
Kind of like my number plate just there,
Yeah.
at 1on SX. Give us a follow.
Absolutely. Get over to YouTube, like, subscribe, do all the cool stuff, share us around to all of your friends. The more people we reach out to, the bigger the community grows and the more we can help out. Also, clubs and promoters, if we've missed you, reach out to us. Let us know that we've missed your stuff. It would be great if you could reach out to us with calendars so that we just had the information on hand. That would be amazing. We don't expect you to do that, but that would be great if you could help us out with that. And media folk, if you've been to an event, especially if something we're going to be covering next month, so if anything from December's events, send us your stuff. We'll be more than happy to have your stuff up on screen with your watermark to showcase your stuff a bit better.
It's been, I guess, this is only our second episode for this year, but so much has happened this year, and we're starting to already develop some calendars for next year, which is fantastic. I can't believe we're talking about next year already. But yeah, the only way you're going to find out about all this stuff is by reaching out to us, stay in contact with us. We'll keep delivering back to you guys as well. And yeah, we just want to keep this, like we said in the first row, like ball of information, fun things, coming at you each month. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys.
We appreciate the feedback so far, and hopefully this episode has shown you that we're listening. That we're listening to that, and we're trying to make it better, a better experience for you guys to enjoy.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
As we wrap this episode up, we're going to throw you across to some clips from our good friend Grant Salter of Grip Shift Slide. At the end of all of that, taking out the 2023 at the end of all of that, taking out 2023 champion was Mitchell Jeffries. I once lived up around that area, like a little bit further north of there, and we were corrected back then. This might be 30 odd years ago, but we were corrected back then correct. Oh my God, words.
Correct pronunciation of the word.
Okay, connect and I think I just had a stroke, right?
Do not adjust your TV sets. Everything is okay.
Send us photos. Send us your watermark. There goes that stroke again. Thank you so much for watching. As we head out of this episode, we're going to throw you My God. See you, bye.
Bye. Until next time.